Welcome back to every NES game. I'm Slider, and this time we'll be looking at Cobra Triangle. So this is a somewhat well-regarded NES game. Not a super popular one necessarily, but one that people remember, and it's a rare game, an early rare game, so there's a good chance of it being pretty good. Kind of a weird game with an isometric perspective here. Play as a boat that shoots things. It's all you need, really. Not sure why it's called Cobra Triangle. Whatever. So yeah, thing is, right now we just have to run around and shoot things. Things are trying to shoot us. We have a time limit. I believe we have health to worry about. Guess we got to the end. And that's the first level done, we fly away! Just like a real boat. Now in stage 2, it's a bit different. Trying to collect these points in the air. And occasionally question marks that seem to do nothing but get rid of the items near it. Okay. It looks exactly like the Missing Gnome equivalent in, like, I think 3rd gen Pokemon. It's a random tangent. It's just a question mark, who cares? But yeah, the point of this is just to get points and maybe that one up that I missed. But obviously, because it's a little bit awkward to control because isometric perspective, D-pad, NES, yeah. Though I will say, it works about as well as you could reasonably expect. Now that we're in stage 3, it's a bit different. We have to dispose of the mines, which it isn't immediately obvious how to do that. First you assume, oh, we have to shoot it. Well, we have to shoot this turret. But we can't seem to do anything about the actual mines. Bit weird. We're just annoying the boat. Though it's not really doing anything to us. What you have to do is, ride over it. Get on top of the item. Run into the item, whatever. And then the boat will start chasing you to try to take it back. Although obviously you can take it back if you run into it quickly enough. You have to keep these mines away and take it to the exit, which was on the other side of this river. And we crashed and died. Or timed out, okay, whatever. Yeah, the best way to avoid the boat is to spin in circles every once in a while. Then you place it in that little field for it to explode, and we have to do it for all 4 mines. Pretty unique mission, especially for an NES game. Put it in there. Trying to get that last turret. I will say, considering the decent handful of NES games I failed miserably at, it is nice that I'm on level 3. And I'm still doing relatively okay. But we just gotta reach this. Come on! Okay. All the mines are taken care of. Now what's next? We have to reach the finish! Yeah, obviously this river's actually moving, and oh god! Moving whirlpools! Sometimes it sinks you, but then sometimes it awkwardly sends you in a different direction. So get past everything, try to reach the exit. Come on, we're right there. Perfect. Oh, it's just a plane. What was that? Fry the monster! Oh god! It's a sea serpent or something. Dragon of the sea. Oh god. We still have an extra life. Now I'm just shooting at it, but obviously the best idea is to try to move around a bit so that he can't hurt you. Just move, shoot a bit, move. And you can defeat it fairly easily. Bonus! Shoot the targets! These missions are starting to remind me of Smash Bros. Hope the next level is board the platforms! Yeah, my solution is basically just to face both directions, go back and forth, trying to shoot everything. Now, if you're smart and you accelerate fast enough in that direction, you can get that one up at the goal. But I didn't. And the game just kind of continues from there. It's pretty fun. Like, the only real problem, I guess, is that on the NES, and arguably in general, I don't think, especially older games, I don't really like the isometric viewpoint for action games. Like, I've seen plenty of games that do it, and like, I think literally the only game that has any sort of, like, action at all, like, that isn't, like, for example, turn-based or something like that. I think the only one that I think consistently I really enjoyed was Super Mario RPG, and even then, it's an RPG, so a lot of the actual combat isn't, you know, it doesn't matter for the actual combat as much. And even then, I feel like the platforming that they do have in that game is more awkward than even a lot of the other Mario RPGs that came after it. And in general, I don't know why older games kept trying to make games like this. Like, Sonic did it, there were Spyro games on the Game Boy Advance back in the day that had this. I'm not sure I fully get the appeal. But this game did the best it could with that, and it's still pretty fun, though I think it's fun as much despite having that viewpoint as much as because of it. You know, it's always awkward to try to figure out. Thankfully, turning is just like moving left and right. It isn't based on, like, you know, moving in a specific direction where you'll always get confused on whether going up means going in top right or top left direction, you know? Because that's a big problem with isometric games when you have a D-pad. So something I just learned, by the way, is that this game and a bunch of other early Rare games, and I shouldn't be surprised by this, was composed by David Wise, who's probably best known for the first two and most recent Donkey Kong Country games. I'm somewhat surprised because the music in this and the other Rare games I've played so far have been pretty good, but, like, not on the level of Donkey Kong Country. Like, the Donkey Kong Country games have some of the best soundtracks. I think that's the theme of this entire video. It's not as good as it could be, but it's still good. I think that sums up this game. And considering how many games we've played that I feel like are just kind of mediocre at best, I'd still say that's a pretty decent compliment, you know?